been a while since we did a leg day, but today is International Really Short Shorts Day. These are the rider wear shorts I got. I had to bring up the confidence to wear these, but today we're gonna focus on quads and bring in some hands, because as you know, on the push-pull leg split, we're actually throwing in pull hamstrings on the pull day, because, well, you're pulling, it's all posterior chain. So here's something I actually saw when I was doing that. I was speaking at the Uberzati Speed Conference in Florida. It's called the breath belt, and it's different than most belts in that this is the pocket goes in your front. You put a ball, a lacrosse ball in here, lacrosse, yep, or whatever, a ball, whatever, some kind of ball. So you put it in here. So you have it in both pockets, one here, one here. So what it does is it activates your psoas and your lower abs and initiates a hip hinge. So you put your balls right here, breathe out the air, boom. So there's step one. I make sure it's in place right here, right? I'm gonna take this, go around. All right, now the cool thing is, what this does, if you push out against the balls, it initiates a hip hinge. So your hip hinge is initiated automatically just by breathing. I've been wearing this last 2 days, and I liked it so much the first day, I ordered it, so we're gonna be carrying it on Tiger Fitness in the next week. But here's the thing about it, like, I actually am really, really liking it, because I woke up this morning, and even though my back's being getting better and better and better, it got about 20% better. So hopefully it's not all psychological, but I'm saying this it's definitely, we'll be talking about this more, but it's definitely something that interests me, because it's not just a belt where you're pushing out, it's actually activating right here. It's actually initiating the hip hinge, which is the key to a lot of lower body movements. So I wear this in my stand-up desk all day, and I also wear it when I'm training. I wore it for chest day yesterday, I felt stable. Anyway, we're gonna get warmed up, get some leg extension, go straight. We're gonna do front squats. I'm gonna show you a technique for those of you with very immobile arms or bigger arms, so to speak, how to get under it without having to do this. Let's go.
So how are you feeling that? So like if you're at 119, right, and you take off, so it's 5% per visit, yeah, it's $5.95 per class. But if you're going to 20 classes, it's 119, class. That instructor makes that. Well, they would still, instructors still.
So front squats, the issue is when you cross your arms, you're unbalanced, not good, all right? Most bodybuilders are thicker individuals, people with bigger arms. They can't get the proper form to hold a front squat like you would a Olympic lift, right? So what we do is we got straps. Put them in the front, wrap them around, boom, there you go. I don't go heavy on these. I haven't done these in a long time, so I'm just gonna do 5 easy reps. So even there, until I get the hang of it, I can't get between my neck, too dense here in my neck. So I go light, I love the stimulation. Next set, I'm gonna go to back squats. So I use this, did 4 total sets, only 135, just getting the feel. Now we're moving up to do back squats. So we've done front squat, I did 4 sets, 135, worked up, right? Just light. And then I did 225, just a warm-up set. This is my working set, 315. And I want to point out that normally when you wear a belt, you're pushing out. That's how belts move. It forces you to push your abdominals out. Similar thing with this, except it gives you those, remember I showed you the balls? I showed you my 2 balls. And it forces you to push out your lower abs against this. So when you are pushing out against the belt, while it's not as restrictive or hard as a regular lifting belt, it's, for fuck's sake, it's fabric, right? It gives you cues to push out against, because it's not the belt that's doing the work, it's your abdominals that are doing the work, pushing out against the belt. Just some things. Again, I'm not like 100% in this camp. I don't make this myself. I'm just telling you what's going on, right? So we're just gonna knock out this set. So we add these bands. Now the natural curve of bands, which a lot of people say bands are better than weights. By the way, Matt's behind the camera, he'll agree, they're fucking wrong. They're liars. They're liars. Bands have a purpose though. They mimic your natural strength curve. When you come down, there's less resistance. At the top where you have a better power curve, you have more resistance. So this allows 6 plates to be sufficient at the bottom where you're weaker, but then it adds weight at the top. So that's where bands have their best application. Again, if you're traveling, if your gym shut down because you live in a tyrannical state, whatever it is, yeah, okay, they're better than nothing. But overall, the best application for bands when you have weights is to use them with the weights, all right? So I've already done a few sets, no guarantees on reps here. Now again, when I come down, a lot of y'all say I'm not coming down far enough. I come down right before my back rounds. So that's gonna be, for some people that's further, based on right range of motion, it'll be right before the round in my back. See how it's coming, right about to come up? I don't want that. Think about the belt squat. It's loading your lower body, but it's providing a nice traction support to your lower back. So it could be deemed somewhat rehabilitative. Now I can argue that, why are we supposed to have weight on our hips? I don't know. At the end of the day, what it does, it provides you a way to overload your muscles, let's say after doing a full body movement like squats, where you're supporting the weight with your torso. It allows you to take the weight, do a proper squat motion, get in the hole, and also you're able to come back, hip hinge back, recruit more hamstrings, recruit more glutes. The belt squat is one of my favorite movements for legs, and I love adding them in here. I like to actually lean back, or I'm in a hip hinge when I start.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, Greg, you might be able to chime in on this. We had a couple really good questions here. So I think that also
So I apologize for the upskirt shot, but this is the only angle we can get in this corner. So here's a pendulum squat. Pendulum squat, or a swing squat, if you may. Basically, you're coming down, you're at an angle. It takes a lot of pressure off your back. I was unable to do these for a long time because my knee was not good. My knee has healed. It feels better. I have no clue how I hurt it, but here we are. So anyway, I go really light. I dare you to put 2 plates on this thing, see what happens. We see that all the time here. People don't understand how ridiculous this is. Come down all the way, boom. Hear that knee pop? That means it's healthy. Helps with mobility. Good stretch. Look at that stretch. Ass to heels, baby. Nice, easy, 4 sets of 6. Get that stretch, get the blood flow. So even though I do most of my pulling exercises on back day, my hamstrings, my straight leg deadlifts, etc., you know, I do like to throw in some seated leg curls. Now there's some new data showing that seated leg curls are more effective than lying leg curls. However, just do a leg curl. Like, stop fucking overthinking. So we're gonna go a little bit lighter today. We've already hit them, our hamstrings with squats. Leg press hits them. Hip belt, the belt squat hits it. So what we're gonna do is just get some blood in there. Kind of like doing biceps after training back. No, not at all. That made no sense. Don't listen to me. Anyway, just kind of grind it out. Do 4 sets. I have no idea how many reps I've done, but keep it at like 15 to 20 reps and just go for a nice little squeeze, low pump, and this will kind of round out our leg day. So I'm not doing calves, and if I am, no need to show it because it's gonna be some pussy shit. Because for boxing, we warm up with 3 rounds. That's 9 minutes of jumping rope. My calves will not recover if I do that and go and box tomorrow. So as long as I'm boxing over 2 days a week, I don't do many calves. And honestly, like, my calves are as big as they're gonna get. They're obviously in better shape than they've ever been. So again, it's about tempering what you're doing outside the gym. So if you're in a basketball league, if you're in a hockey league, if you're boxing, if you're doing MMA, if you're doing Krav Maga, whatever you're doing, factor in what muscles you're using and be sure to account for that on the volume with your weight training. Anyway, this was the leg day and our push-pull leg split, and it is not the same every time. So every time we film this, you will see different variations, different exercises, different movement, different rep ranges. But until then, see y'all next time. That's not a game.